All righty. Well, here we are, Dan. End of the college football season. Your
This
Huskies in the
is,
national championship game, and we
yeah,
have to talk about it, don't we?
yeah, we do. We honestly, this is the one conversation that I've been waiting to talk about all week long. Is
You've
this
been saying
matchup
it
between
all year.
between Michigan and Washington? Yeah, all year long. The only thing is it should have been Florida State and Washington. That's the only thing that got me. The future Duncan Bowl consideration from the committee got sworn up, got robbed. But I'm happy that it's the best two teams, undefeated, 14-0, and it's going to be a dogfight on Monday night.
And also, as well as the game going on, and I know we were also talking about some Mariners things, but we'll talk about that next episode. Also, the Golden Globes just got done tonight, and we'll also talk about that. Obviously, Barbie was nominated for quite a few categories. We love Barbie on this
Yeah, we
show,
do.
don't
Yeah,
we? That's a
we
thing.
do all the
Yeah.
way.
Fans will know that eventually how much we love Barbie, especially you.
Yep.
And you'll notice that the theme for our channel is pink. There's a reason for that, and you'll know that eventually too.
Oh, my favorite color. It's pink.
Hmm. Yep. But I guess then to start things off, Dan, how is Washington going to beat Texas? How is Washington going to beat Michigan tomorrow?
Dude, first off, it's Michigan.
I know, I
Let me
know.
correct you there.
Hmm.
Here's the thing is, and I've been looking at it all week long, is and I've been looking at the highlights from the Alabama game when Michigan played in the Rose Bowl. The main thing for Washington is they have to win the defensive battle up front on the line of scrimmage. And the reason they have to do that is because Blake Corum is the elusive elite running back who can just, he's one of the best cutback runners that I've seen all year long. Like when you see him get the ball and with that power offensive line, he is just like the best cutback runner I've seen.
Yep. And don't
So
they also have Edwards too in the backfield, right?
they have Edwards as well. Those two
Yeah.
guys, I mean, they're elite.
Corum
And
probably going to be one of the first running backs off the board in next year's draft, don't you think?
he will definitely be one off the board early, first round, second round, probably.
Yeah, he was definitely the difference in that first game. And I guess all season, I don't think JJ McCarthy's really had to do much this year because he's been so blessed with such a talented
Right,
backfield. But
right.
you're right. And that's something I don't know. I feel like I think that it could be Washington's game to win as well. I feel like, how many games has it been that Washington's won by, 10 or less points, right? Not
The
only
last 10 games, it has been 10 points or less, including the game where I was at the
That's
Coliseum in
right.
Los
That's right. You were there for that to see Caleb Williams cry.
Yep,
But
I
yeah,
was
no,
there
so
for
that
that one.
so that tells you two things. It could say, oh, well, they let their opponents get back into the games, they make it close games, but that also tells you that they're really battle tested and that they've been able to, overcome, the closeness of the matchups every time. And I don't know, I feel like Michigan, as good of a conference they're in, I don't know if they've I feel like people are sleeping on the Pac-12 for the competition they've been giving. And obviously, a lot of people on the East Coast don't stay up late, right? But
They're always, yeah, East Coast bias against the Pac-12.
right.
But I think this year it's always been people tuning in late because of Michael Penix.
Hmm.
That's the attraction there, and also the players that he has around him too. I mean, with Johnson, who came from Mississippi State, who came in
Hmm.
season late, who knew he knew the offensive game plan under DeBoer, but at Mississippi State he had Leach and he had the other coach that was there as well
Hmm.
to guide him. So he's been a big factor. The receivers with Odunze and McMillan and Polk, I mean, they got everything, and I expect them to just sling it down the field. And Johnson's a question mark. Who knows
Right,
if he's going to
right.
play?
So yeah, what do you think then? Because obviously Alabama versus Michigan last week, um, offensive wise, that was not the best game. And I don't know how
No, it
great
was terrible.
when you think about what happened in the Washington, Texas game where it was the shootout that it was, do you think that that goes into, Washington having a leg up because um honestly, I mean, Texas was way better than Alabama, so
Right.
um that's a better that's a that matchup I would say prepares Washington way more in this game.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And also, it's going to be a leg up for Washington because we have the better offensive line, we got the better quarterback, and we have better receivers. Alabama did not have a receiver one,
No.
and we have three receivers who can just impact the game with
Hmm.
incredible plays.
And wasn't that was what people were worried about before the Texas game was that offensive line, would they be able to withstand a
Yeah,
defensive line like Texas? And did Penix even get sacked last game? I don't think he did.
I think the last game there might have been maybe one play where he did get sacked, and I think it was when both our tackles when they went up against Sweat and Murphy, the two
Hmm.
best guys that I said all week long that you had to contain, you
Right.
had to cheat, you had to bring a tight end down, you had to bring the
Hmm.
running back to protect,
Hmm.
and they did a pretty good job execution wise to just hold them down.
And the play calling, I mean, I'm so excited to see what,
Yeah, yeah,
not only the entire game, but I feel like the first play, if whatever DeBoer cooks up, that's what the Huskies, I don't know, they're, watching those two Oregon games as a Duck fan myself, I'm familiar with just how
yeah.
incredible a scheme that they've developed.
And give credit to both Kalen DeBoer and his offensive coordinator Brian
Right.
Grubb.
That's
I
right.
mean, talk about two of the best offensive minded coaches that we have
Hmm.
coming up with the best play calls in not just crucial, but in clutch situations.
Hmm.
I mean, all year long, I mean, we saw one of the best offenses in college football just attack.
Hmm.
And they're just built for this moment. I mean, they're built for just attacking down the field with their wide open receivers, their running game, and also they come up with the best creative plays, like the reverse to Odunze in the Apple Cup,
Yeah. Yeah.
fourth down,
Uh-huh.
to win the game on a game-winning field goal by Grady Gross.
That's right.
I mean, talk about the greatest execution from this great team.
You got to think Jim Harbaugh's cooking up something special. Something's been going down all week in practice to prepare for something
Oh
like that.
yeah,
That's the thing. The
yeah,
Huskies, it seems like they've set the tone in almost every game, and every team's, not only their defenses had to adapt, but their offense too, because of just how dominant and assertive the Washington offense is. So definitely I mean, last game too, they started off with a lead at the half. So um starting strong, it's gonna be big, right?
yep, yep. Absolutely, because it's always starting strong and always having those great receivers just be
Taking
open.
shots early.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the MO, that's the mojo that gets us going. Like every time we play against a team, like Penix has confidence in the line. He has confidence if Johnson, if he's in there, if he's good to go,
And if he's
or
got
if
a
Nick's in.
one-on-one,
Yeah, he wins those matchups easily with threading the needle and
yep.
finding Odunze. and McMillan and Polk. And also, don't forget those two tight ends, too, and Westover
Right.
and Polk. Don't forget those two guys.
That's right. Um, yeah, so tomorrow, would you say that this is the biggest day in Husky football history?
Honestly, absolutely. You are right on the money. It is the biggest Husky game in history, biggest day. And I'm looking forward to watching the game. I know I said it to you. I wish I was in Houston,
Yep.
but I am going to be excited for this game. I'm ready to just kick back, relax, watch this game, hang out with a good friend of mine,
Yep.
Chris Woods. Might as well mention him.
That's right.
And, I'm excited.
What jersey are you gonna wear?
Oh, I'm definitely going with the Odunze jersey again.
Yeah,
And we're going to bring home a national
it worked
championship
last
with that
week for you.
one. Christmas gift.
Yep. How about you show off that other Christmas gift? What's that pink
Oh,
light?
yeah.
What's that pink light that's hitting your face right now, dude?
Oh, yeah. So I just got this yesterday from another good friend of mine. She got it for me for a Christmas gift. One second.
Wow. Look at
Check
that,
that out.
dude.
Yeah,
Look at that. New
dude.
Barbie light.
We got everything pink up in here,
That's right.
and
Everything
we're representing.
best color.
I just knocked over the rollerblade can, but who cares?
He can stay on the ground.
Yeah.
But I guess before we get into talking about the Golden Globes and our movie, do you have a score prediction yet for tomorrow?
So I actually do, and I've been going back and forth on it all week long, and I keep changing it because it's like I don't want to see a game with us, the 10 points or less factor,
Right.
but I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know it's going to
It's
be
not going to
one of
be
those
last
close.
year's game, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a beat down type of game where it's just like it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that the Huskies will win by 10 points.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be 34-24.
Do you think that they finish with the ball and get a first down to seal the game?
They will,
Or do you think
first
Michigan
off,
just start chucking stuff for prayer?
Michigan will check it down. They'll chuck it down the field. But I think we'll get the ball back and then we'll seal it with just running the clock out.
Which you
And
guys
we
are
need
so
to,
good at.
yeah, we're so good at, except for last week when
Right.
we had Johnson get hurt. And I was just yelling, like, clock management. Come on.
Yeah.
E- Easily they could have checked it down and got into like 4th and 2 or something, or get the first down.
Right. Let's
But they ended up running.
remember Miami earlier this year losing a game
Yes,
because they decided to run it with, enough
against
time on the
Georgia
clock
Tech.
to, yeah, and they ended up they lost that game. And they were playoff contenders at that time, right?
Yeah, they were playoff contenders. They were undefeated at that point.
Yeah.
They were undefeated, and I actually remember I told you because
Hmm.
I did it every week of the regular season.
Yep.
I actually picked Georgia Tech in the CBS poll to win
That's
that
right.
game.
And you don't like the Hurricanes, do you?
No, I can't stand them.
No.
I can't stand the Miami Hurricanes because I love the Florida State Seminoles as well.
That's right.
And just I've never have ever rooted for Miami. I just honestly can't stand them.
No, not at all. Okay. So it's gonna be a close game. I agree. Um, I think that the Huskies will set the tone early. And I think that Michigan's gonna have a hard time keeping up. I think that McCarthy's gonna be forced to do some things that he's not comfortable with, and I think the Huskies will capitalize off mistakes. I think turnovers will be a big part of the game. I know
Yeah,
Alabama last weekend was not able to capitalize off of those turnovers, and so yeah, I'm predicting a Huskies win as well.
yeah. And also, they're going to have a tough time against Trice
Hmm.
and ZTF and all those ballers.
That's right.
So I expect a lot of sacks. I expect fumbles, interceptions. The defense just needs to dominate and stay home on Corum. They need to tackle him wherever he goes. If he cuts back, accelerating for more yards, just tackle
Hmm.
him immediately.
Yep.
Just get him on the ground.
Yeah. So now should we move on and talk about Golden Globes reactions? Well, we that's the thing. We talk about everything here. We talk
We
about
have,
not only
yeah,
sports, and as the people will get to learn, we love baseball, we love obviously football,
NBA.
we love basketball. We dabble in a little hockey, but it's not our
Yeah,
expertise.
yeah, we're not on the expertise on the hockey, but mostly
No.
baseball, basketball,
Yep,
NCAA tournament when it comes around.
that's right. And then things like movies, music,
Yep,
pop culture, Barbie,
let's go.
which
Let's
leads
go.
into, yeah, I know you watched most of the Golden Globes tonight. I caught a little bit. What can you tell me? How are you feeling after the Golden Globes? I know Barbie got snubbed on quite a few categories, and other
Yeah.
members of the movie got snubbed as well. What's your reaction to that?
Here's the thing. I'm okay with that happening because this is just like the first award show.
Right.
We got a couple more coming. Um, Honestly, seeing Oppenheimer win 4 awards over Barbie's two
Mm-hmm.
actually got me heated a little bit. But once I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? We'll come back and we'll sweep them out in the Grammys and in the Oscars as well. We'll
Yep,
we'll take care of business.
that's right. I don't. Not only are we talking about the Oscars, but Grammys too for best original, the Billie Eilish
Original,
song, and then the best
yep,
soundtrack.
soundtrack of all time, and
I
by
agree with you,
far,
dude. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
by far the greatest soundtrack for a movie.
Mm-hmm. You're right,
It's
dude.
definitely number
The
one.
Golden Globes is just the warm up. You saw how
Yeah.
small that room was in there.
Yeah, it was
It
a
picked,
small room, and I didn't know that the host until you texted me about
yeah,
it. Him being from Tacoma,
I know.
and
I didn't know that. My
yeah,
mom
I
told
didn't
me
know that.
that. Let's see. And then Taylor Swift was there. Selena
B.
Gomez was
Smith,
there.
Selena,
Um, Kylie
DiCaprio.
Jenner.
Yep.
Kylie Jenner was there. But no, I think that that Barbie will clean up at the Grammys and the
Yeah,
Oscars. But so
yeah.
what?
I
So yeah,
honestly, it's going to be the Oscars. I think the Oscars will be swept by Barbie.
yeah.
Like they'll win all the awards.
So tonight, as you told me earlier, they won the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award for
Yep.
selling the most um, in the box office. Ryan Gosling did not win for Best Supporting Actor. Margot Robbie
Thank
did not
goodness.
win for
No,
Best Lead Actress.
neither did Greta Gerwig for
Greta
Best
Gerwig,
Director.
Christopher Nolan got it.
I can't believe they did that, but honestly, who cares?
Who cares is right.
Yes,
But yeah, dude. Biggest day in Washington football history. You said it tomorrow.
biggest day. It will be the biggest day.
And you've been confident the whole season.
I've been confident in this team even when I went to the spring game. I said it that this team was going to win the national championship.
That's right. And didn't they have a running back get hurt right before the season started?
The original running back that was going to be the starter was Cam Davis, and he tore his ACL about 10 days before the season opener.
So they've been facing adversity ever since the start, haven't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ever since the opener.
Yeah. No, I think that I think that these close games will prove to help Washington in this upcoming matchup. Um, and then obviously, last Pac-12 game of all time,
The last one ever.
close.
This is this is a warm up for the Big Ten for next year.
Yeah,
Because
that's right.
we'll see Michigan. We'll see them
Yeah,
every year.
that's right. But I think they'll prove that they're worthy of the Big Ten. Maybe the other way around. Maybe Michigan's not worthy of Pac-12. But yeah, no, it's a shame that the Pac-12 is done, but we'll celebrate
Yeah,
them tomorrow.
we'll celebrate for sure.
Is,
I'm very excited.
is there any other stuff you'd want to talk about tonight? I know this was a pretty quick impromptu episode. We'll have more kind of organized, structured segments later on. Is there any other things you wanted to talk about for the upcoming game?
Um, I think there's one other key factor that I'm thinking about for this game
Mm-hmm.
for the Huskies is the aggression on the offense and defensive line. Just like automatically like take care of business up front, which they will, and the defensive line is just going to go crazy on McCarthy. He'll be sacked multiple times. He'll be hurried. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
pass rush is going to get after him, and then for our offense up front, we have to have the best execution of the year up front.
Yeah.
Just whoever you have, just block them. Just let Panics have so much time throwing the ball down the field.
Yep. But yeah, wow. It's almost here, dude.
It's almost here, man.
But
Let's go, man.
yeah, even though it's not Florida State that's playing Washington, even though they might have been a better given a better fight than Alabama. Yeah. Well, it's here and we're loving it.
I agree with you.
Soaking it up. It's been a hell of a season.
It's
And
been a great year. Let's just
yeah,
finish this one off, be the
yeah,
national champions,
yeah.
and celebrate and just enjoy it.
Oh man, dude. Yeah. It could get rowdy tomorrow night.
Dude, it's going to be rowdy. I got a couple family members who are going to be at the game, so I'll check in with them uh, during the day tomorrow. I'll check in, of course, with Knowles fan, my aunt Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
She's she's the one that always texts me and tells me like, "Hey, what's on tonight?" or
She's
"What's
gonna have
going
to
on?"
stay
And
up late.
yeah, she's going to be up for a long time. And guess what? Besides her staying up for that state championship game against Curtis,
Mm-hmm.
when when I was coaching for the Olympia varsity team,
Yep.
this is going to be one of those where it's going to be like, you got to be up, you got to be
And
watching.
yep, she'll be glad she's up.
Yeah. And Gramps is looking over us.
That's right,
He,
dude.
he's my grandpa, he's looking over us. And
How many
I,
years season
to be
ticket holder?
honest, over 70 years he had those
Wow.
tickets. Yeah. So he'll be looking over us. He'll be, hopefully, he's up there helping us win.
Yep.
Hopefully, it's one of those Elijah Jackson or Jabbar Muhammad. Hopefully, it's one of those guys deflecting a pass or having Trice have a big sack or something. But he'll help us out for sure.
Yeah, there's always going to be a defining play, in the national
Yeah,
championship game that's remembered for history and cannot wait to see what that is. I wonder, hey, I might be happy too with the win. They might cancel classes the next day.
seriously,
Maybe.
dude, that would be amazing.
Yeah. but
That'd be awesome for you. If I mean,
it'll be a plus. Yeah.
why not? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Everyone on campus has to celebrate.
Hmm.
On campus, they need to be doing something else.
Yeah. But alrighty, dude. Is that a wrap for episode one? Daniel Duncan show?
That's
Oh
a
yeah,
wrap for us.
that's what it's called. Duh, Daniel Duncan show, because he's Daniel Duncan,
The
the
man,
man
the
that
myth, the
knows all.
legend. Yep.
And you'll learn later he's got multiple aliases. He's got multiple
Yes,
uh
sir. Yes, sir. You know it.
Mr. Bunny Slipper being one of them, which you'll learn about.
Yeah,
But I think that's a wrap for us on the first episode of Daniel Duncan show.
that's a wrap. And there's going to be a lot more to know about the two of us.
Yep. But we're hoping for a win tomorrow for the Huskies. Daniel is going to be, it's one of the biggest days of his life tomorrow.
Yep.
And we'll be here to react to it afterward. But this episode will be up tomorrow. And we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you later.
Peace out.
Peace.